What's up, y'all? It's Mob Trucker in this bitch. Just figured, you know what I'm saying, we'll take a little ride along real quick. At the current moment, I'm heading to Richmond, Virginia. And I should be there within the next 3 hours or so. Weather looking nice. Truck all saltied up and shit. Maybe I'll catch me a Blue Beacon somewhere. Try to get me all nice and cleaned up, you know? But I'm making this video, man, basically to try to talk to a few drivers who may need to hear this, you know? I know a lot of times, man, you gotta take what you see on this YouTube shit with a grain of salt, you know? You just kind of gotta take a piece of what everybody's saying and piece it together and put in your intellect into it, and then have your evaluation on the whole matter, you know? Now, I've been driving trucks. This month it'd be 26 months. And the way I look at trucking, especially OTR, you know, coming from somebody that's going into the industry like as a beginner, as a newbie, you know, they don't know what to really expect of it. They don't know what to really come from it, you know. And I'm just here to tell you, man, don't come into this shit without no goals, you know? And everybody got a different agenda when they come in here, you know? Some people are doing it just for a paycheck. Some people are doing it because they feel like this is the quickest way to get the most amount of money. Some people are doing this shit because they have nothing else going on in their home, or they're in an environment they're trying to get away from, or they want to get into this and with hopes of being their own business, having their own business from it. But no matter what reason you come into this industry, you need to come into it with your eyes open, your ears open, and everything that you see and everything that you experience and everything that you hear, you have to take that shit all together and kind of piece it together like a puzzle to try to come up with your own evaluations of stuff, you know? Now, there's a few times where I talk to some people out there, you know? A lot of company drivers, a lot of owner-operators, a lot of people that was lease operators, shit like that, you know? And it's like, a lot of these guys, man, they come into this shit and they put all their eggs in one basket. And if you ask me, that's not a way to really come into this shit here. You can't come into an industry that it could be a bunch of people that get together somewhere in a fucking room who never drove a truck and come up with some shit to tell what you have to do and what you need to do, not knowing what the fuck you go through. They just getting together to feel like, you know, this is what we should do, this is what they should do. And I don't see what's the hard part about it. And you wonder why so many people come out here and fail. And I'm not even talking about people that's coming out here and getting their own trucks or doing whatever, but even for people that just driving trucks as company, you know? People come out here and they lose track of what's really important. And it's like, I always say, man, whatever you do, always have a goal for that shit. Always have a goal and always work towards something. Don't just come into this shit like, oh, this is what I'm going to do, and that's it, you know? I'm going to tell you, man, I met a lot of drivers out here that's been out here 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, shit like that. And a lot of them tell you, man, that shit ain't worth it, man. A lot of them will tell you about how all the people in their families and shit that they lost, you know, how, you know, they wasn't there for like their parents when they was sick, or they wasn't there for their parents when they died, or they was married or some shit and ended up getting divorced because their wife couldn't take it no more, or how their kids resent them because they've always been gone, you know, chasing a fucking dollar. And you gotta kind of look at yourself, man, and be like, is that the route I want to take, you know? Because me, when I came into this shit, I just wanted to work. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to work and I wanted to make money. And I was coming from being an operations manager and used to see how much money that the truck driver was making at the place where I was running. But the difference between what those guys doing and what we're doing, those guys was local, you know? Those guys didn't go in the truck. Those guys didn't spend nights out in the truck, weeks, months, whatever. Those guys was home, you know? And me, I just got married. I got married and it's like, me and my wife, we go back and forth all the time, man, about, you know, she really wants me home, you know what I'm saying? She really wants me home. She really wants me to be there. Because at the end of the day, I'm the man of the house. I'm the protector, you know? If something was to happen to her right now, like right at this instant, I can't help her. My mother had 3 strokes and a heart attack. My mama broke her leg in like 3 places. And all this shit happened in a matter of a few months. Like, I talk shit about what my parents did when I was young or whatever, but my mother's one of the strongest people that I know. I recently found out that my mother had 2 other children besides me and my other brother that I never known about. And I never asked her about it, you know? And my wife kind of trips by every time we talk about our family and shit. You know, I can't even sit there and tell her anything about my mother. I don't even know where my mother was born at. As well as my father also, you know. I know where my father was born at, but she's sick now, you know what I'm saying? She's like 67. And through all the shit she's been through in her life, and that shit is catching up to her, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I'm going to regret one day that she dies and I didn't take the initiative to try to understand, you know? Because I'm pretty sure no matter how strong she was, I'm pretty sure she felt some type of way. She had her, you know, her feelings about shit. But it's like, I can't do that type of shit on the road, you know? And even with my wife, you know, I wanna have a child. I have no kids. I'm 31 years old and I don't have no kids. We tried to have a child one time, but she had a miscarriage or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you something. When she had that miscarriage, man, for a while, man, that shit couldn't, you know, I couldn't fathom that shit, you know? She had a miscarriage, she went in the toilet, you know, used the bathroom, and the baby came out, you know? And when it came out, it was like in a little sack, like a little red sack. And she was gonna flush it down the toilet, but I'm like, nah, I wanna see it. So we cut the sack open, and in her hands was my baby, you know? And I ain't gonna lie, when I seen that, I cried. And my wife would tell you, man, like as long as she been with me, I don't just break down like that, you know. But I remember seeing my baby in her hand, and I just cried, my nigga. And it's like, after, you know, we cut out the sack and everything, we flushed it down the toilet, you know. And even now to this day, I always wonder, because if my baby if she wouldn't have had a miscarriage, my baby would have been alive right now. I always prayed for a little girl, you know. And the reason why I wanted a little girl, man, because, you know, I just wanted myself my own little princess, you know. I always felt like if I had a son, I always felt like if I had a son, that I would be too hard on him, you know. Versus a little girl, like if a little girl crying, you know, you're there to comfort her and make her feel like everything's all right. Versus a little boy crying, I would either be like, man, suck it up, bro. Like, suck that shit up, stop crying. But at the same time, that's not my decision. That's God's decision. But I still think about it, man. Like, you know, what if it would have been a boy or a girl, you know? How their mannerism would it be? But it's like, I already know if I would have had, if you would have had our child, I wouldn't have been on this road right now, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how it is to grow up and to not have those people behind you, your parents behind you, you know? That's why I don't see how there's dudes out here, man, that have children and they act like they don't give a fuck about them, you know what I'm saying? Hell, mothers too. I know a dude, man, they're one of my homeboys. He had a baby by this bitch, you know? And this bitch, she was a sorry ass bitch. All she wanted to do was go to the club and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And the baby got sick one day, the baby died. Do you know what this bitch did after that baby died? That bitch went to the club and celebrated. She went to the club and celebrated. Like, she was celebrating her freedom. That's how she said it. She celebrated her freedom because she didn't want to be a mother. And when I hear that shit, man, I'm like, man, you better than me, bro. Because I would have boxed the fuck out of that hoe. I would have boxed her right in her shit. Because, like, it's people that have kids don't deserve kids. And people that deserve kids don't have kids, you know? And the reason why I'm saying all this shit is because I don't know if you have children or if you have a wife at home or if it's a lady out there that has children, a husband at home. You know, you're away from them. You're not watching them grow up. You can get them all the money in the world and all the shit in the world and everything like that. But it's like at the end of the day, man, you can't get that time back from them, you know? You can't get that bond back from them. And there's a lot of people that's on here, man, that keeps trying to like stress, like, you know, you gotta make this money, you know, you gotta be out there or whatever. You know, if you go out there, man, you gotta get your own shit. You gotta work for yourself and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Which is, you know, it's all good or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I understand where they come from that shit. But you gotta look at yourself and understand where you come from and what your expectations are. Because my expectations when I came in this shit was to get my shit together, you know? When I was the operations manager, I was making $65,000 a year salary, you know? But at the same time, I wasn't really stacking my money, you know? I wasn't really stacking my damn money. I was blowing that shit. And when I lost that job, I was just trying to find some shit that kind of like equal to what I made there, you know? And by me remembering those checks I used to sign for those drivers, that what made me drive trucks, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, road, man, it's a lower quality of life. You know what I'm saying? You're staying inside of a box and you're going into different areas and shit. And half the time, you're washing in fucking showers that's fucking nasty and shit. And it don't matter how clean that shit look, nigga. That shit nasty. You know what I'm saying? You walk in that shit with shower shoes. So you know you don't trust that shit to be clean. You know what I'm saying? And you're pissing in bottles. You're pissing in cups. And when shit gets real, man, you might be shitting in buckets, shitting in bags, shitting in fucking potty and porta potty, shitting in fucking warehouse bathrooms and shit like that. Not because you want to, because you really don't have that much options to do anything else at the time, you know? Because of where you're at. Now, trucking is fun. Trucking is also fun, you know? I've seen a lot of places. I used to, when I was leasing with PTL, I used to purposely run out of hours in a major city. And I used to get me a rental car, get me a hotel room, and I used to get in the car and explore, you know? And I walked LA, I walked the streets of LA, I've been to Compton. I got cousins in Chicago on 6th and 9th and Ashland. You know, chilling with them guys, you know what I'm saying? I went to New York City, caught an Uber, seen the Statue of Liberty, shit like that. Caught an Uber to Times Square, yeah. Went to Times Square and shit like that. Walked around, you know, exploring shit. I went to Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Got me a rental car in Memphis, trim around Memphis and shit. Went to casinos, you know what I'm saying? I had fun. My first year, I genuinely had fun, you know? But I had to get focused, you know what I'm saying? I had to get focused and start trying to get myself ahead as much as possible, because I knew I didn't want to do this shit forever, you know? So I stacked my money and I paid shit off. I paid my bills off. I got my taxes and shit right. Paid my credit off. Got to the point that I was trying to get myself as far ahead as possible, because I always been the type of person like say if your rent due on the 1st and your light bill's due on the 12th and this due on that day and this will due on that day. I didn't wait till that date to pay it. The moment I got paid, I paid that shit ahead of time. I paid everything ahead of time. And then once I got that month done, I worked on the next month. And once I got that month done, I worked on the next month, and working on the next month, working on the next month. And then eventually, you'll find yourself 3-4 months ahead on shit. So, if you're like that far ahead with bills, all that money you making for those 3-4 months, you can save it. You stack that shit. You don't go blow that shit. You don't go just because you got money to buy you some 24-inch rims. You don't go and just buy that shit. Or you got some money to get you some damn Jordans or some Timberlands or whatever the fuck y'all niggas wear. You don't do that shit. You save it. And you use that shit towards other things. Look into investment, shit like that. Hell, go do some online colleging or something. You know what I'm saying? You do something with that money that's going to benefit the future. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, a lot of niggas don't do that shit. A lot of niggas get into this shit and they live week by week, month by month. They don't think about the bigger picture because they don't have an end goal. You see a lot of these guys, man, they talking about how much money they making and how much like that. And for you to make money, you got to stay out here, it's a mile long, all that shit like that. Which, you know, it's true. But do you ever have plans to come off the road? Or do you think you're just going to be on the road forever? I'm going to tell you something, bro. Being out here and wasting your life catching these miles, eating at this highway, turning these tight corners, dodging stupid ass four-wheelers, dealing with stupid ass shippers, dealing with stupid ass dispatch, shit like that. That's not living, bro. That's not living. You can't tell me that's living. I know me and my wife, we're moving to our place in February. And we moving to that place, man, I'm getting off this road. I made my sacrifices. I did my time. But I was smart with my shit. I made the moves I had to make to put us in a position to be where we're going to be at. My wife wants to have her own business. She wants to be a real estate agent. I know she can't do that shit all by herself. I'm going to have to be there for her too. Be there to support her on those hard days, you know what I'm saying? On those days where she feel like nobody's there. During those days that, you know, she just seems like the world working against her and she just need her man to just grab her and pick her ass up and just let her know, man, shit's good, you know what I'm saying? And I can't do that shit out here. Now, all I'm saying is, man, at the end of the day, you know, you gotta get your money and shit, you know? But all money ain't good money. These truckers out here that you see on this YouTube shit, they'll tell you how they made 10 grand, 20 grand, shit like that. Our company drivers, oh, I'm making this much, I'm making that much, all that shit like that. But them niggas ain't showing you the times they ain't getting shit. Them niggas selling you a false, them niggas selling you a wet dream. Cause where I'm at now, there's weeks I made 1,800, there's weeks I made 2,000, there's weeks I made 1,500. There's months I made 5,000 net. There's months I made, what? The most I made in 1 month was like 6,200 net after taxes. But there was some months it wasn't like that. And the months that it wasn't like that was the months that I went home. For you to get that big money, for you to get those big checks, you gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice that time. Because yeah, you're making all this money. Yeah, you're doing all this. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I'm making this, I'm making that, I'm making that. But at the same time, bro, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your life. And if you're doing it, working towards something, then you're working towards something. You're going towards that goal. But if you're just doing it just to do it, you're wasting your life. Talk to some of these drivers out here. If you're at a truck stop, go in Country Pride, go in Iron Skillet, go in a fucking Denny's, go in one of them shits. Find you an old man that's sitting in there by himself. An old man sitting by himself, barely can fucking walk. When you look at him, you get that miserable ass face, look on his face. Sit down, talk to him. Buy the man some dinner, talk to him. Ask him about his experience with trucking. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at the responses you'll get. And that's from people that have been driving company and people that own their trucks. They be fucking miserable, man, because they're like, you know, half the time, man, they have nobody out there for them. Half the time, their wife left them. And they're just depressed. They put all their eggs in one basket. They put all their shit in the trucking. And it's biting them in the ass. Don't be that guy, man. If you're gonna get into this shit, get into this shit with an end goal. And get into this shit trying to accomplish something. It's like, you know, I keep getting to the street politics and shit, but in reality, man, everything about life is about, it's just like how the streets are, you know what I'm saying? And with trucking, the way I see it, it's something you should get in and get out of it. Because once you get into it, and you be in it too long, it's gonna consume you, man. And people say that you can't survive being local, or you can't survive being regional, or whatever. Man, you can do that shit, man. I've done local for a little minute, you know what I'm saying? And when I was doing local, I got into that mindset that a lot of OTR drivers got into. Like, oh, this is a lot of work, man. Oh, I gotta put all these hours and shit. You know, when I was OTR, man, I was, you know, I just woke up and I was already at work and whatever. I ain't had to work as hard, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think about that shit now, man. I'm like, man, I work harder than that shit and made less. So why the fuck I'm stressing about that shit now? Everybody has that moment in their life and they gotta look in the mirror and check your damn self. So at the same time, man, you gotta wonder what's more important, man. If you're a single guy out here that's young, come out here. Come out here, man. Have that experience, man. Enjoy the country, man. Go and see different shit. You don't need money to explore the country, man. If you go somewhere, man, stop somewhere. Get out the truck, walk around. Just see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? With protection, at least. But just enjoy that shit. But after you get enjoying that shit, set your goals. And that's whether your goals are to just get ahead, or your goals are to own a truck, or your goal is to do whatever. But have your goals, you know what I'm saying? And with those people out there that has families and shit, go out there, man. Do what you gotta do for your family. Do what you gotta do with your family. Get that shit done. But at the end of the day, you need to go back to your family. Because they need you there more than need you on the road. You know what I'm saying? Your kids need you there more than need you on the road. Your wife needs you there more than she needs you on the road. And even for my older fellas out there that raise their children, and their children is grown, and them and their wife is in good terms, or maybe they divorced their wife or something like that, or maybe they retired or some shit like that. Man, nigga, they hauling ass, but I'm doing about 72, man. You gotta be doing about 75, 78. But and you know, you've been out there, you've been in the military, or you've been in the corporate life, or you've been management, or you've been in warehouses and shit like that. And your kids is grown and shit. And you know, you got your house, you got your cars and shit, you know, you good. But you wanna come out here and just try something different. You wanna explore some shit. There's some people, man, never been outside their city, you know? Explore it. See what it's about. But at the same time, you know, you gotta know, man, that being on the road, man, it's a lower quality of life, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of sacrifices that you gotta make. And ask yourself, are you prepared to make those sacrifices? And if you are prepared to make them sacrifices, what's the end goal of making those sacrifices? So if you're just doing that shit for a weekly check, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. That's just my opinion, though. But this is my trucker, man. I'm just giving y'all a little bit of my mindset right now, you know what I'm saying? I said a while back, man, I don't know how far I'm gonna take this YouTube shit, you know? So, if I don't make a video for a while, man, just know the people that fuck with me, man, I appreciate it. But right now I'm heading to Virginia. After Virginia, I'm taking my ass to Jacksonville, Florida. So I can take this damn truck, park it in the yard, hop in my damn big boy truck, hop in my lifted Yukon thing, and drive back to the house. Now I'm about to go home and squeeze my wife butt cheeks. Get all shit prepared. We already got our money for our home. I already got lights and shit set up. I already got everything done. 1st of February, move into that shit. And when we move into that shit, I'm gone. I already got my other job lined up. I've been had my other job lined up since the middle of this month. I already knew what I was going to do. Cause I had to realize, man, it's like, I would rather enjoy my wife than look at what the fuck you looking at now. Like I said, man, y'all boys be safe out there, man.